If this video found you per usual, it's because you need to act like you know that this is your show. You're that girl, you're that guy. I don't know what else to tell you. And per usual, it's your girl Mo. So let's go. Channeling and tapping directly into Mogul's frequency. Because sometimes I feel like when I channel, I am split between both. Jay, Mogul. But today I'm really just feeling Mogul. Like I'm feeling Mo. I feel this revival of energy in my body. And the difference between Mogul's frequency and Jayrene's frequency is the fact that Mogul is very authoritative. Mogul is very direct, assertive. Mogul is also very girly though, and feminine. But she allows her femininity and her softness to be a power, not her shame. So there could be something in relation to you, women specifically, that especially during this Mercury retrograde, you could just feel her triggered, but that's not even the direction I wanted to take it in. It's more so, I guess, highlighting. You could have been experiencing things that are highlighting the ways that you might dim your femininity down, dim your softness down. Heard an iron heart. So it might be someone who's just very soft and gooey and gushy and very lovable, likable, personable, but you carry this hard exterior about you that is, it used to be a protective mechanism because you didn't know any better. Now, as you are growing up, as you've grown up, right, as you experience life as an adult, I feel like that layer, that armor that you carry, you can let it down. Like you can let that layer down. You can break that wall down because you are someone who can protect yourself now emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. You are someone who, can energetically protect yourself now because you have a different level of awareness than you had when you were 4, when you were 5, 6, whenever, the trauma happened, whenever this shame was introduced to you, whenever the concept of shame was introduced to you, period, for the entire collective, whenever this concept, this feeling of shame was introduced to you, understand that now you don't have to be the one to continue to hold on to it. You don't have to hold on to that feeling of shame, the feeling of guilt, the feeling of feeling like you could always be doing better, the feeling of feeling like you're always behind or you're always striving for something and nothing is ever enough and nothing you ever do is enough and you'll never be enough. Like you don't have to keep repeating your conditioning back to you just because it's something that you felt and believed about yourself or to be true throughout your entire life. You are the oracle. You are the operant and the oracle. You decide. You are the judge, the jury, the executioner. You don't have to keep holding on to things. You don't have to keep wounds open if you don't want to. You have the authority to close the wound. Now, I know some of the wounds cut deep. I know they're deep wounds that require precision when it comes to the healing of them. But you need to give yourself more credit. You need to give yourself more appreciation from all of the past seasons that you've been through that have led you to this very moment right here. You need to give yourself more credit, more appreciation, more praise. You need to uplift yourself more in this era moving forward. After you watch this video, you need to praise yourself and be devoted to yourself. The thing about this collective is we're a bunch of superstars, right? We're a bunch of stars. We're icons, legends in the making, visionaries, trailblazers, innovators, the creatives, the new ones of the new renaissance, of the new wave, right? Do you understand how much authority and audacity a superstar has? Do you understand the beliefs that someone has to have about themselves in order to attain that level of stardom and remain in the frequency of constantly receiving? Do you understand the word maniac popped into my head? And that's kind of how it looks. Like a lot of superstars, a lot of icons, a lot of legends, a lot of 444 on the clock, as I said that, a lot of celebrities appear to be maniacs. They appear to be like maniacs. And we only view certain ones like that. Kanye West keeps coming up specifically. We only view Kanye West as a maniac outside from his manic episodes. But when he was regular, right, and he would just say like, yeah, I'm God. Yeah, like, I'm that guy. I'm that nigga. Like, I know who I am. Like, and standing on that and being assertive and direct about that to the average regular human who has no self-esteem, has no self-worth, has little confidence, who is always comparing themselves to the next person, someone like Kanye West looks like a maniac to them. Or they could be inspired by them. But that's why a lot of people who live in the limelight, who experience a lot of success, specifically when it comes to visibility and having a lot of eyes on them and a lot of people being able to give their opinions about certain people, like, oftentimes these people are looked at as like, oh, they're doing a lot or they're doing too much. Whole time they're not. They're just audacious. They know what they want. They're not afraid to ask for what it is that they want. They're not afraid to be the icon that they know they are. And that's a major thing about this collective, is being afraid to be the icon that we know we are. You're a star. It's inevitable. Your success is inevitable. Your global success is inevitable. It's inevitable. But the only difference is like, not even the only difference is, the thing is you have to, you believe in yourself. Don't get me wrong. Like, if you found me, you definitely believe in yourself. But there's still something that is lingering when it comes to validation. Validation about these hidden talents that you possess. Hidden talents, I know for me, my biggest thing is almost like, I don't even know how to describe what it is. But I was talking to my friend about it the other day, and I was just kind of like, I feel like everything I'm meant to be, I've never been. But for some reason, I know I'm meant to be that. Like, I know I'm meant to be a performer, an entertainer. I know I'm meant to sing. I'm meant to dance. I'm meant to just entertain and uplift people through expression, and the expression of my voice, to be exact. But my whole life, I've been in hermit mode. My whole life, I've been in a shell. My whole life, I don't even really dance around people for real. So it's like, that's the contradiction in my life. That's the, not even dilemma, but that's the resistance that I'm facing, is letting go of this need for external validation before I can fully just step into the version of self who I know I'm meant to be. I'm extra. I do a lot. Like, I can be loud sometimes, but there's also this balance of me being a complete extrovert. I'm super observant. I will rarely speak unless spoken to, unless I have something to say. And I've always tried to like just make myself something that I'm so clearly not. I've always tried to fit in with people that I was never meant to fit in. I wasn't even meant to be around them. Like, I've always just tried to shrink myself and downplay myself and my capabilities my whole life. And I'm just like kind of off that. Like, I woke up today just feeling different. I woke up today being like, who am I playing small for? Who am I dimming my light for? The only person I'm doing a disservice is me. It's me. Because at the end of the day, you're in competition with no one. You're in competition with absolutely no one. And especially us who are a part of this new wave, this new renaissance of talent, of creativity, like of flow. There is no, like, stop trying to be something that you're not. Stop trying to look like these people who are up and successful. You're not supposed to look like them. You're not supposed to sound like them. You're not supposed to be anything like them. Like I said, you're a part of the new wave that feels different but looks similar. They just not gonna know. Like, it's really just gonna be one of those things where, you know, kind of like the feeling where it's like after COVID, you just felt like something was different. Like, everything is just different now. Like, shit is just weird. It's different. It's like, let's go back to before COVID. But it's going to be the opposite. And I feel like the transition from 2019 to 2020 was obviously like a weird one because it was like lockdown. And that was a forced transition. But this transition, when it comes to creativity, when it comes to the arts specifically, is going to be one that's graceful and smooth. And it's going to be something that makes sense. It's going to be something that's very obvious, that's very divine. anyone who feels like they're up next, anyone who feels like they're waiting for something to happen in their life, or they're waiting to be recognized, need to understand that no one's waiting to recognize you. They already recognize you. They see what you're doing, and truthfully, you're just being prepped for, you're being prepped to handle more. That's it. You're being, this waiting period, this delay, this pause, this stagnancy that you may feel over your life, even though you energetically feel like you're in alignment with what's yours, is not, it's preparation. Like it's literally preparation. You're strengthening your armor. Because a lot of us, I know me, like I've been manifesting a life of thrill, a life of fun, a life of ease, a life of flow, of positivity, of endless abundance, of endless overflow. And you know, if you didn't come from that naturally, granted, you know, I had a great childhood, very blessed, super spoiled, only child of both my parents, you know. But when it comes to the value, when it comes to really valuing what it is that you have and what it is that you want, a lot of times I think the universe, specifically in my situation, like the universe took everything from me. They took everything that I thought I valued away from me and replaced it with better. But there was a period of time where I had to go through that period of darkness, that multiple dark night of the souls, multiple spiritual awakenings, multiple times feeling like the path in front of me is non-existent and it's actually never going to be rebuilt, even though it was just recalibrating itself back up to become in better alignment with the frequency that I'm emitting. Because what a lot of us need to understand is that we are so spiritually in tune. We are so in tune with self. We are just so in tune with the powers that be, that we're constantly shifting. We're constantly changing. We're constantly adapting to our new way of being. We're always integrating a new mindset, a new belief, a new habit. We're integrating something because our determination, our mission in this life is to pursue our highest path from a higher perspective. So we feel the change, we feel energetically differently, but then it's like something in our reality falls apart. Something in our reality like doesn't work out. And I feel like in the past, you may have allowed that to kind of affect you, or you may have allowed that to kind of just take you off track, I'm hearing. But the only reason why things can feel really spotty right now in your life, like stop and go energy, or like you're about to reach out and grab it and then it disintegrates in front of you, like things like that, offers not going through, deals not working out, just anything that is weird right now, it's for a reason. It's literally because your outer reality is reframing itself to be in alignment with the version of self that you are today, not yesterday. The version of self that you were yesterday could be a completely different version of self that you were today, that you are today. And it's all because of a simple mindset shift that you experienced, or just you came to a different epiphany or a different conclusion about something, or you looked at something from a different perspective and then you began to feel differently about it. Like whatever it is, whatever this new energy is that I've been feeling, and I'm sure you have been feeling too, it's grounding. It's grounding, and let it ground gracefully. Your reality is going to feel like it's falling apart the moment you decide to get in alignment with the highest version of yourself, because all that was attached to you, all that you attracted before that decision was in alignment with the version of self that was not your highest. So it has to go. It has to leave. And don't get mad at the universe. The universe is simply responding to you. The universe is responding to the fact that you said you want better. You want bigger. You want better. You ask for more. Don't be surprised when life challenges the fuck out of you. Because life is building you up so you can be able to maintain more, so you can be able to hold on to all that it is that you are asking for, all that it is that you are energetically clearing space for. Just because you haven't received what you know is over your life does not mean that it's never going to happen. Like if you've been attempting to manifest something for a long time and it hasn't been working, but you've been experiencing little glimpses and and it still hasn't came through yet, it's because you're being prepped for something unimaginable. something that your ego can't even begin to comprehend. Because I know all of our egos in this collective, MONEYBAGZ collective, like, we think big, we dream big, as we should. That's what we're meant to do. We incarnated here into earth with an infinity price tag on us, and you thought that we weren't going to dream big? You thought that we weren't going to have something to say? You thought we weren't going to pop shit? Like, hello? And that's another thing. You really got to get comfortable owning what you have, not what you think you should have or what you don't have. Like, there's something about this collective specifically. It's like we shine so bright that we can't even recognize our own light. We can't even recognize how dope we are in our essence. And it's really just something that we have to be able to accept about ourselves. Like, yeah, we do kind of play it small. I do kind of dim my light. And it's truthfully not because like I'm afraid of myself, but a lot of us are simply just afraid to make other people uncomfortable when we are being ourselves. And a lot of you guys are full of magnetism. A lot of you guys are full of charisma and light and just true love. And people can really feel that. They can feel that, you know, even if all of us have done wrong things, all of us have made the incorrect choices, and not even incorrect. Some of us have just done things that are flat out wrong, you know, and that's life. You're a human. You're a human. But you got to understand that the higher powers, the power that be, like, they know your heart. They know what you want. They know what it is that you want to do in this life. And they're working hard in the background, in the realm. Like I said, the covenants that have been placed over our lives, they're coming together as we speak. People who are meant to work with us, people who are meant to find us, people who are meant to uplift us. Oh, trust and believe, they're being prepped for us just like we're being prepped for them right now. The covenants are activating as we speak. But you just have to have enough faith in your vision, faith in yourself, trust in all that it is that you have right now, and show up like you already are that guy, that girl that you are, that you know you will be. But you gotta live it real. You gotta feel it real. Feel it real. And I think it's so dope how, like, for a long time I used to shame myself for not watching my videos. Like, literally the only time I watch my YouTube videos is right after I record it, and then I'll upload it, and then that's it. And for a long time I used to shame myself for it, because it's like, do I not like watching me talk? Like, what is it? What don't I like? But I came to the conclusion that I'm just so present when I give these messages. Like, when I make YouTube videos, period, like, I'm so present in the moment that I fully experience it. I experience it. The emotion, the thought, the expression, I experience all of that energy in this present moment. So there's no need for me to go back and rewatch it, because why? I lived it. You know what I mean? Like, I lived it. And I was just thinking about some of the videos that I had posted, like maybe a month ago, you know, right when me and Jai had broke up. And I was just thinking about how, like, energetically charged they were, and how real they were in that moment, because that's genuinely how I felt. Like, and I think my videos in particular are super dope, because if you really go back and watch some of my videos, bro, like, you can really see the journey. Like, you can see, like, if you just, even through the channel messages, like, you can hear the journey, you can see the journey, you can see the change in expression, the change in emotion of me, the change of heart, the change of mind. You can see the growth, the liberation, the transformation. Like, you can see that in my videos. And I'm saying, I think all of this is coming up right now to remind you that even if you don't feel like you're growing, even if you don't feel like you are moving towards something, you are. Even if it's day by day, little by little, you're getting somewhere. And that growth is obvious, it's evident on you specifically. You just can't see it because you're living the change and experiencing the growth at the same time. Like, you don't need anyone to validate your transformation, to validate how far you've come, because at the end of the day, it's night. You lived it. You lived it. Validate yourself. Appreciate yourself. Clap for yourself for once in your life. And I mentioned me not going back to watch my videos and feeling shame about that. Why did I mention that? I think it just had to do with just me being so present in the moment. Because I had stumbled across one of my videos in my camera roll, and I briefly watched it, and I was just so, like, I could tell, like, I was I was just so emotional. Like, it was so emotionally charged. I was talking about Jai and just like the relationship. And it's just so funny to me now because like we've talked about everything and like we're just good. Like, we're on good terms. It's just like shows you the ebbs and flows of life. You know, like all my videos really do show you the ebbs and flows of life. And I want y'all to know that like I'm a real person too. Like, I think my biggest thing as I continue to grow in my journey is like, I just like being me. Like, I just like showing up as me. And that's the only thing I've done my whole journey is just I've shown up as me. And I've been super successful doing it. And it took me 2 years, going on 3 years, just for me to realize that. Like, I never tried to act like someone I wasn't. I never tried to cosplay like something I wasn't. I never tried to be like someone I wasn't. I've always just shown up as me. And people have fucked with it from the jump. And you need to understand that, like, the love that people have for you, the love that I have for you, is timeless. You're a timeless individual. You're a timeless individual. Just like my growth, your growth is obvious. And it trickles into everyone. Like I said, you leave an energetic imprint on anything, on anyone that you pour energy into. And you will get all that is yours. One day, you will get all that is yours. You will. You have to. It's owed to you. These seasons that you just overcame, that you just conquered, it's owed to you. It's owed to you. And I just, I keep hearing love, love. Now that I brought up Jai, I'm getting all these like warm, fuzzy feelings, but like, or missed out, lucked out, opportunity, train passing by. There's a train right here. I see a train passing by in my head. You could have just, this new phase, transformation growth card came out. So interesting how the energy just shifts. And I love when I pick up the love decks because I never know what's going to come out of here for y'all. What's about love? What did I say about opening your heart? I swear. Y'all are funny. I swear, bro. Whoa. Okay, overall. Okay. The Phoenix came out. Heart with the Key came out, welcoming the one, getting together, twin flame, balance, duality, separation card, the Runner, addiction, the Grim Reaper, and passion. So overall, this Date came out again. The Chaser upright, Soulmate card upright, and the Butterflies upright. I still kind of feel this split energy though when it comes to love in general. You could have just reached out to someone, or someone could have reached out to you, but it didn't hit the same. Like, the energy wasn't the same, the energy wasn't different. You could energetically feel that it wasn't the same as before, or whatever it was that you wanted. I just feel this very like confusing energy, but it's not confusing because you know that it's over. Something about you know that it's over. The Grim Reaper, no second chances, the relationship is over. Like, you know that it's over. And this addiction card came out again. The obsession, possession, controlling, has a restraint, and the Runner card. But I still feel like you're the Chaser though, because even the Chaser came up upright at the bottom of the deck, and the Runner is out. The Chaser and the Runner. Like, I feel like you just heard last resort. You could have been no contact with someone for a minute, and then you reach out to them, they reach out to you. It's Mercury retrograde right now, so, but like the energy just wasn't the same. When y'all first met, it could have been passion, it could have been sparks, it could have been, you know, the butterfly, this heavy butterfly energy. It could have felt like soulmate, love at first sight, but It's just not given that no more. It's not given that. And this could have been highlighting, maybe that's what that was in the beginning of the reading when I started off with, when I said triggered, but I really didn't want to say triggered. I wanted to say like highlighting. So maybe like something within this past month or this past week or the past couple of days could have highlighted this, highlighted the ways that you continue to leave your femininity behind. Highlight the ways that you continue to neglect your feminine side. Like you keep running after men or you keep running after women instead of allowing what's yours to chase you or to find you. Yeah, because like even with whatever it was, if you reach out to them or like a conversation or a confrontation, going back into the last video that I gave, like some type of conversation or confrontation that you could have had that really just allowed you to change your mind about something, experience a changed mind when it comes to how you show up in relationships or what you want or expect out of a relationship, what you're willing to go for, what you're willing to sacrifice. Because I feel like in the past, you really used to put people on a pedestal, or you really just used to neglect yourself. Something about like mommy. Maybe for like my women, you could really love taking care of someone, but you overstep your bounds every single time. Like instead of acting like a girlfriend, you tend to act like a mother. Like you're always wanting to... It's just like that's another way that you neglect your femininity. Like I feel like you always used to, or you still do, tend to pour too much. Like you develop these addictive tendencies when it comes to any type of connection that you've been in. Like love for you could feel very unstable. It could always feel passionate, but it's not that type of passion that comes from true alchemic love. It comes from this cat and mouse dynamic, this runner chaser dynamic. Like, I feel like you've never experienced a relationship that was this twin flame, this balance. I feel like the scales have always been in balance, truthfully, in every area of your life. The scales have probably felt very imbalanced for you. Like I said, true love. Like, I don't feel like you've ever really experienced true love. And even this chaser card at the bottom of the deck, like, I'm telling y'all, you stop chasing love. What's for you is gonna find you, truthfully. Like what's for you, and even if you let it go, right, and they come back, like, and you feel as though you've grown, they've grown, and even this like new idea of like inviting a new relationship in, but it's the same new relationship but different energy. New relationship, but different energy. I just heard that. New relationship, but different energy. Because, you know, a lot of real relationships, they take a lot of forgiveness. Yeah, fix your energy. Fix your energy. Could be getting back together with someone you used to be, or wanting to reconnect with someone that you used to deal with, or maybe that you had unfinished business with. But even, I just heard missed out on an opportunity of a lifetime. Missed out on an opportunity of a lifetime. I know I was feeling like that the other day. I had spoken with someone I used to deal with, but like it just didn't, it was weird. Like it just didn't really, it was like, eh. And it kind of, that was the closure I needed from that particular situation. Like sometimes you really do got to spin back just to see that you're not missing out on anything. Just to see that, like, yeah, this coffee cup, meeting and conversing. And even with the date card, what are these? What is this? But yeah, like, if you're feeling called, especially within this Mercury retrograde period, like if you're feeling called to text someone, you're feeling called to reach out with someone, do that. This Not Today card came out. The boundary, still angry, avoiding a conversation or a person, not dealing with hurt. Yeah, like if this person or something, when it comes to love specifically, hurt you, or you feel like you didn't receive what you need. I see the boat card in my head. If you feel like reaching out to them, do it. Even if it doesn't logically make sense, like who cares? Because I feel like this person specifically that I'm talking about right now highlighted a lot of your self-worth wounds. Like, just highlighted a lot of, like, I see the self-indulgence card in my head, like just a lot of the ways that you pour into other people and without giving back to yourself. And I feel like you need to wrap up this. You need to wrap up that connection, yeah, completion, the engagement card, but not focus on the engagement, focusing on the completion. Like, you need to complete this chapter in your life, but it requires you to get out of this not today energy, this avoidant energy, and this like, oh, I'm not texting you because whatever. But like, no. Be the bigger person, reach out and go get what's yours. Go get the clarity that you're seeking. I feel like you're waiting for someone, specifically with this karmic relationship card, you're waiting for someone from the past to come in and let you know what's up. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You need to be the one that push your iron fist down, walk and act and talk and move like you've done the work, and reach out to that person to get your clarity, to get your closure. You know, like with my particular situation, it was like, it didn't go how I thought it would, but it was very much like, oh, okay, this is my closure. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. You know, and you have to release your ego's plan for how you want or expect things to play out. Like, you gotta release your ego's plan when it comes to texting people that you're scared to text, or rekindling old relationships. Like, you really have to release your ego's plan and allow a higher power, the powers that be, to take over and just kind of give you what you need to move on. But that's when it comes to love. That's very interesting. A lot of y'all are looking for closure, that you're waiting for someone to reach out to you to give you closure. When do you understand who you were dealing with? You were dealing with someone who could not meet you at your capacity, who was not showing no type of reciprocity, who was not on your level spiritually, mentally, emotionally, like, and you're expecting them to be the big person, the better person, the bigger and better person, and reach out to you. Nah, act like you know who you are. Tune in to your inner heart. Tune into the portal of your heart. Awakening. Energetic upgrades. A new way of being. Like I said, a new way of being. What I say? Take that leap. Take that leap. Going back to texting that person. Going back to just doing whatever is over your heart at this time. Tuning into the portal of your heart and taking that leap of faith. You're creating heaven on earth. It is happening. Confirmation. It is happening. Do something to change your energy. Dance with life. I know when I was like, should I text him? Word to everything. I asked the cards. I said, should I text this dude? I literally texted him. The yes card came out and this dance with life card came out. I said, whatever. This mirror card, who or what is triggering you? You gotta get real. You gotta get real. Get real with your life right now. This unbound card, you're releasing so much at this time. That's why it could feel so heavy. That's why you could feel like it's one thing back to back after another. But it's you purging out and making space for all that it is that you asked for. You're getting what you're asking for. It's the perfect unfolding. It's always been the perfect unfolding. Last card for confirmation. Your guidance is divinely guided. And this initiation card at the bottom of the deck, act like you know that this is your show. You're crossing the threshold, and there's nothing that these people can do to stop you, because best believe they've tried and failed. Because don't they know you're chose? Don't they know you're chose? Don't they know? If they don't know, they need to start acting like it. Act like you know that this is your show. And per usual, it's your girl Mo. I hope this video found you very, very well. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. I love you guys so much. Be safe.